After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired. But as my train pulled into the station at Rive, a whole year. It felt like I'm a restorer by trade. Rive. My favorite overalls. These will never go out of style. My parents took this after I made my first repair. Seems like a lifetime ago. My passport. Not many blank pages left now. Who doesn't love a scrunchie? Practical and stylish. Finally, I'd made it to Bella. Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay. My parents never wanted me to go. I daydreamed constantly. My story in Bella. It was my first morning in Rive, and in the main square, As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what... I was starting to worry I'd made a... It was a little girl.
My tape is broken and I can't make... I tried to fix it.
Aha! Those batteries look like they need replacing. Luckily, I have some spares.
Why did you do that? How did you do that? I didn't see.
Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight.
When it finished, Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing. It's my mum. She's not here anymore.
When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pocket. I usually preferred a check, but she seemed like a happy kid, but the part I wouldn't be able... My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing... I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel. The address led me to a quaint little house. The front door was open.
I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Ah, my father's. It survived, Isabel, and... Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks. Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together? Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label. Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf,
Sorry, I'm a little tired.
when I told my parents I wanted to leave, Joseph's work must have been My second day in Bella Riva dawned bright. Walking into town, I passed her. I was about to go inside. Her place was petite.
It's a bit slow today, but we're just getting started. At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. You can fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it. Obviously, we'd normally be much busier than this.
Looks like this new circuit board is all hooked up. Still a few parts missing. When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost...
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to... That's if I can pay my phone bill, anyway. And the rent.
I sat at one of the empty... As she talked, Carmen began.
I know I still owe you from last time. You don't need to be here, though. Can't you just put the check...
When the call ended, Carmen brought me...
Actually...
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her. I was about to set out when I was curious. I took the woman in front of me was immaculate. So this was sister?
The viewfinder is
You need the manual.
I don't suppose you've fixed anything this valuable before.
If I use the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror. Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working. Still a few parts missing. I felt a pang of envy.
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris.
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant. It was strange, really, that we were even. She took some test shots, fiddling.
Sending you to me might be the first. I hear nothing.
That didn't sound good. The sun was setting over Bella Riva by the time I reached.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this.
Carmen seemed pleased to see me.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera.
Carmen led me to a back. So there was.
I'd like to put it up before Helene. I don't know, it's a bit, flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
It still needs something else. Maybe we can add one of these.
It works! I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set. sign fixed, we headed outside. The smile froze on her face.
Of course.
Carmen opened her mouth, finally pausing. And with that, she disappeared. It was the day before the festival. I'd barely reached the door when I heard calling.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe.
I hadn't planned the dirt today.
Can you fix it? Fix it. Why does it sound so scary? It wasn't like that before. Do grown-ups play games as well? Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
Her toy fixed. Well, I'd better head inside. Why would he think that?
Because
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoe.
my dad said I had to...
With that, it made me think. I was... leaving Izzy, then the front of it, and the doorbell.
I'll be declaring. I'll have a... Are you sure it will all fit back together?
The main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it. The cogs look good, though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers...
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Watches measure minutes and hours.
Just then, the phone... As I left, I turned. I hoped to... When my last job of the day brought me to Carmen's...
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you.
Carmen's apartment was... It definitely wasn't.
We're having a clear out. She says she has nothing.
That light bulb is completely smashed. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light to the lens at the top. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light to the lens at the top for the projector to work.
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here. I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad. Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
Looks like something is still missing.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around. I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister. She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
Helena was...
Carmen, you know,
Helena fell silent.
I know I have to tell.
The day of the festival, finally. The competition would start. All of them, except Carmen. Carmen was stirring so furious. She wasn't...
Thing. Can you...
Oh, her recipe is a bit smudged. Never mind, I'm sure whatever I put in will be fine. It all fits. Now to light the gas. I think that pot is really boiling now. Smells great, if I say so myself. Here are the ingredients that Carmen's given me. What to add first? That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve. My part done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touch.
That was so...
Well, you've certainly...
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy. Carmen, on the other hand, she wants what's best. The festival finished. I couldn't go.
Maria! My favorite. Who? Do you think has one last chance?
Okay, let's see what happens when we turn this on. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly. That's the speed dial connected. Now we should be able to change it. I think that should do it. This record should play beautifully. It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? It must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around. Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
What will remain of these days? The sweetest words I've ever heard.
The record player's cracked, leaning over the music. Carmen told me about your camp.
I'm going to stay here.
Carmen and Helena's revenge. I guess in the end. But the song. My final morning in Bella. When I arrived,
You've made quite... She could.
inside,
It's a... I'd love for Izzy to hear it. Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
This mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it. Perfect. The mechanism is good as new. I think that's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
My wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me if I sit by your side and hold you so tight? I've missed so much already. I want to be the father. I've ended up so much like my own father. Working. My daughter comes first.
I'll never ever get one.
She gazed at the music box, her eyes. Joseph was a good father. My time in... My time in Belarus, the people I'd met, the items as I packed. Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does. My train ticket. Can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind. My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip. Izzy gave me this in exchange for my... My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to... Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train. Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure. Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?